Welcome to Castellero's Spring Concert featuring the Indigo Avant and Chamber Orchestras. Please welcome them to the stage. Tonight you'll see about 190 musicians up here working hard to entertain you. We're going to start with our Indigo Orchestra here in the front. They're going to play 3 pieces for you, M to the 3rd power. This is a special piece for me. When I was student teaching at East Valley High School, it was one of the first things that I was assigned to conduct with that particular program, so it always brings back special memories. Almost 23 years later from when I was student teaching to now be sharing it with these Indigo students. There's a fabulous group of young people. There are 2 sections that you see here combined. Each section is about 70 students, so we have 140 kids playing together for the first time on stage for you right now. If you recall the Four Seasons concert, we had a whole afternoon where we were able to rehearse together. This is a special type of challenge for young musicians because they're in very different places. They're working on skills like watching the conductor, making sure that they're not so engaged with the music that they're not keeping their peripheral vision involved with what's going on in front and around them. And it goes all the way back. Could I have the back row of Indigo just stand up for a moment? Back row of Indigo, could you stand on up way back there? Back row of Indigo, stand on up. There you go, good, stand on up, back row of Indigo, excellent. Now, the next row of Indigo, stand on up with them, stand up with them, there you go. Alex G, Christian, that's it, right, keep standing, there you go, all the way back there. Now, the people on the floor in the back row, stand on up in the back row, yeah, keep standing, that's right, Noah and Christopher, all these people, look, they just keep coming. Okay, now here's like the 6th row, stand on up, and that's Ani and all these people, Teo, there they are, look at all these nice kids. You maybe have found your child for the first time tonight. Back row, the violas, stand on up, back row, the violas, there you go, there they are, hey, there's violas, okay. Next row up, if there's someone behind you that's standing, stand on up now. Next row, all the way here, Mitra, stand on up. Next row, this is the 5th row, stand on up, there you go. Keep standing, that's it, good job, stand on up, Cameron. Liam got tired, he had to sit back down, stand back up, Liam, we're going to take a photo. Come on, buddy. We need our 8th grade athletes next year. Okay, now the next row, our 4th row could stand on up. 4th row, stand on up. There they are, 4th row. Yeah, that's you, Kaylee. Yeah, Olivia Derry, she wasn't so sure. That's the 4th row. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. Excellent. Cameron sat down again also. Ben, you didn't stand at all. Oh no, quick, Ben Lopez's family. Take a photo. There he is. Okay, and now we have rows 1, 2, 3, and 4. The rest of them just stand on up. Look at all these 140 kids on stage. So good. Okay, and that's the portion of the program. Next we have, so we'll start with M to the 3rd power. This is really tricky. It's called M to the 3rd power because it's minor meter mix. So it's in a minor key, and the meter is changing constantly between 2 beats per measure and 3 beats per measure. These are skills that young musicians need. As we start to prepare, we get the last few members of our audience settled. Thank you for being really good listeners. We know that necessarily you might not be able to see your kid right now, or maybe your kids later in the program, but everyone on stage has worked so hard, so we appreciate you giving your undivided attention, making sure that phones are away, and they're just living in the moment, present with what's happening here. We have plenty of time for screens and being cut off from the world in our own 4 by 6 inch squares. We can be here together, and it's a nice way to celebrate and share all this hard work. So without further ado, here is the first selection of the Indigo Orchestra, M to the 3rd power. holiday concert. This has been standard for the Zero Period Orchestra to perform as sort of our background music. It's Plink, Plunk, Plunk by Leroy Anderson. This is an all pizzicato piece. You'll see them holding the instruments guitar style. And it doesn't work everywhere tonight because we know it's a little bit crowded, but the majority of them will give you a different look as they play Plink, Plank, Plunk by the great American composer Leroy Anderson. There's also some extra noises that they probably practice the most.
So that was the noise. It's in the music. It's not a middle school choice. That was the composer's choice. It was fun to hear some of your reactions. Just the most reaction we got from the audience. Anyway, so 6 a.m. Saturday mornings, they were supposed to practice that for you. I hope they did. Here is our last selection. This is a big piece for them. There's two flats. It's called Vanguard Overture.